I had to write on a little piece of paper in front of me to remember to turn my mic on. So this is a song called Riverside. I grew up in Galway, New York, and I think someone from here being honored tonight is from Galway, which is pretty cool. And I wrote this song on a little bridge at a nature preserve in Galway. It's called Riverside. You know, I've been feeling heavy, and I know you have too. So come sit right down beside me, and our troubles will be few. I'm gonna lay down by the riverside and listen to the water as it rolls. It's the sweetest kind of music, listening to those wildflowers grow. What good can it do letting that weight bear down on you? I'm gonna lay down by the riverside and listen to the water roll. I'm gonna bathe in water fresh and clean. I'm gonna drop those sins from years ago. I'm gonna let my soul begin again. Forget those stories often told. I'm gonna lay down by the riverside and listen to the water as it rolls. It's the sweetest kind of music, listening to those wildflowers grow. What good can it do letting that weight bear down on you? I'm gonna lay down by the riverside and listen to the water roll. I got my little light, it's shining through all those dark and lonely nights, 'cause I know that there is truth, and so I'm giving up the fight. I'm gonna lay down by the riverside and listen to the water as it rolls, rolls. It's the sweetest kind of music, listening to those wildflowers grow. What good can it do letting that weight bear down on you? I'm gonna lay down by the riverside and listen to the water roll. I'm gonna listen to the water roll. And I said, ooh. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Angelina Valente.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Capital District Sportswomen of the Year Awards Gala. As Eric said, my name is Ashley Miller, formerly of News Channel 13 Sports. I am now about a year into my current job as a communications specialist for the North Colony Central School District, where I graduated from 20 years ago, which makes me sad. But I'm very honored to be here tonight for my fourth year as the MC, and I can tell you this is a one-of-a-kind event. It's the best event that I have the opportunity to be a part of, and it's the only event that I know of that we highlight the best and brightest high school and college female student athletes, and it's all thanks to this guy, the president of the Eric Idea Agency and the creator of this event, the Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Mr. Eric McDowell.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. First, a special thank you to Ashley for your time working with this daunting yet very delightful script and your passionate chats with our guest speakers. Thank you to board member Brendan Phillips, who's put together tonight's slideshow and images throughout the summer release time. We are very close email buds. I also want to thank the members of the CDSWOY board, joining Brendan, Secretary Alyssa Collins, Treasurer Jennifer McDowell, our Scholastic Representative Claire Howard and Collegiate Representative Morgan Farnan for their input and effort for our awards gala. And thank you to our guest performer, Angelina Valente. Like our honorees, you are talented and dedicated, and we are honored to have you here entertaining us tonight for our awards gala. Thanks to all. In the spring, nominations pour in, and our media must select. So difficult, but who? Academics, athletics, community, a triple crown. Tonight, we honor the elite chosen few. Tonight, we bring together remarkable young women who shine so bright. What better place than historic Proctors to place them on the stage under that spotlight? You amaze us with your academic prowess, your sports stats, honors, and success, your community service for others. What beautiful qualities you possess. Kate mentors and donates clothes and books, 3 sports, yet finds the time to spare. The USA Today National Bowler of the Year, she knows her lane and is extraordinaire. A valedictorian, the Certificate of Merit and Heritage House volunteer. Plus 3 sports and Player of the Year awards. Ariana, it's easy to see why you are here. 14 college credits, a 95 GPA, plus state champion and 11 records at Shaker. Multiple MVP, volunteer for Runners Club. Leonie, you are quite a difference maker. An MVP, All-Star, Player of the Year, one of Averill Park's all-time hoops greats. Ronald McDonald House, Food Pantry, Taylor astounds with so much on her plates. A VP of the Honor Society, State Elite Team, 12-season award, Connect for Cancer Club too. Carly helped with a grant. Talk about a role model, we can all take her cue. Offensive Player of the Year, 2-time MVP, records. Amber killed it on the volleyball court. What a spark. Top 10 in her class, 3 sports, and making blankets at a shelter leads to a puppy's happy bark. Okay, Ashley, I won't bark. Valedictorian, Honor Society president, top 10 in her class, and she's fast. 3-time sectional track champ, back-to-back soccer team titles, town volunteer. Cassidy's legacy will forever last. Award for highest cum, sportsmanship award, female athlete of the meet, and no rest. An internship at a stem cell institute. Injuries never stopped Isabella from being the best. All Katie did was become an All-American, Conference Player of the Year, the only 300-point scorer in the school's women's lacrosse history. Scholar Athlete of the Year, clinics and foundations, she made her mark at UAlbany. Triple Crown Award for playing all 3 seasons, 6 straight Scholar Athlete years. McKenna was an All-State Rookie of the Year and helped kids during the holidays, standing out amongst her peers. Magna Cum Laude, Red Cross and Humane Society, and medical volunteer in Mexico. Weekly honors, 11 of them. A diving championship and diver of the meet. Hey, there is no limit to where Talia will go. Sage's first field hockey All-American, a Conference Player of the Year, records as well. A doctorate, breast cancer walk, first team region. What a wonderful story written by Amy to tell. Medalist at US qualifier, 3-time state champ, state amateur champ, and 5th straight PGA Junior Championship she will play. With cum laude and Harvard Book Award, Kennedy on the course and in life is always straight down the fairway. Here you are together, forming such a remarkable team. We bask in your glory, your achievements, and together you gleam. For what you do here, and for what you do here. That's why you're here. Enjoy your evening, 2024 Capital District Sportswomen of the Year. Thank you so much.
I'm going to talk a lot more than Eric tonight, but nothing will be better than that, let me tell you. We have a special guest tonight, a few special guests, but one guy in particular who we are so pleased to be joined by tonight. He was upstairs with a lot of you mingling at the reception, which was very, very nice. New York Senator Jim Tedisco, and each year he provides us with proclamations from the state Senate for all of our recipients, and we appreciate his time here this evening. Please welcome Mr. Tedisco.
First of all, let me thank you, Ashley, for being here and continuing to be here to support these outstanding student athletes. And I want to emphasize one more thing. This doesn't happen, this wonderful ceremony to honor these outstanding student athletes, without Eric McDonald and Capital District Sportswoman of the Year. They deserve another round of applause, I think. Thank you, Eric. You know, when I was driving over from my district office today, I was thinking about a couple of things. And I was thinking, everybody can see on these outstanding women, young women, the student athletes that they are. They can see the level of excellence that they have reached. But in many instances, if you haven't worked at a sport and reached some level like that, they don't see what goes on behind the scenes to get to that particular level. The hard work, the dedication, the continuation of going to school and getting the grades, but also going to practice every day, the repetition, hours of practice. I was thinking when I came over, last year we had this process, it's called an adventure in absurdity. It's the New York State redistricting process. It's supposed to relate to population shifts. It really has nothing to do with that. So in my district, I've been through several of these redistrictings. They came to my house in my new district, and they took my house a couple blocks out of the district that I lived in. So I couldn't run for office anymore. I had to actually, believe it or not, sell my house, build or buy another house in the district, or I couldn't run for office. So I did. I built another house in the district. It took 11 months. February, I moved in. It was snowing, no grass in front of the house, just sand. Summer came along, they blew the sand in there, and we made some gardens. Now, my wife is in charge of the gardens. I know nothing about gardening. I found out something. Weeds don't need any help to grow, all right? They don't need any training. They don't need any practice whatsoever. But these women here today are certainly not weeds. They have to practice day in and day out, and they have to understand they're part of something above and beyond themselves, which is a great lesson for them. They're part of a team. I think you're going to hear that from the women, because they're going to give some credit to some other people besides themselves individually. I know a little bit about, because Eric knows a little bit about my background. I played basketball at Union College in Schenectady. Now, that was a long time ago. You probably won't know anything about that. But I had a pretty good record over there. I still hold 9 records over there. And people look at me and say, oh, you're 5'8". How did you have 9 records over there at Union College? I said, when I got to the New York State Legislature, I was 6'10". But when you serve in the New York State Legislature, it's a pretty challenging job. They'll whittle you down a little bit. I was tall back then, you know? Not really. But I learned some tremendous lessons. Outstanding academic school. We had great athletic teams. I want to congratulate you student athletes today. Proclamations are nice. I want to congratulate you for the level of excellence you have achieved. But more importantly, I want to congratulate you for the efforts you put into reaching that level of excellence. And the last thing I want to congratulate you about is a tremendous lesson in the tremendous lessons you learn from your fellow players, your peers, your coaches, your parents. You have learned, and you wouldn't have reached this level unless you understand this now and have a great future because of it. Every part of your life is a team. Your family's a team. The teams you play on in sports are a team. The academic work you do at projects is a team. Your community service is a team. The job you do in life is going to be a team. And you have learned the most important part of that team, because I've talked to you upstairs about what you had to do sometimes that you really didn't want to do, that you excelled in other areas on your team, but you had to make some choices to help the team that you didn't want to make. If the individual, and this is probably the most important lesson you learned, if the individual doesn't care who gets the credit on the team, and boy, this is a lesson we need in government now, the individual in the team can achieve unbelievable individual and team goals and successes. What a tremendous lesson you have illustrated and have learned. I'm very proud to be the senator from several of you who represent a part of the 44th senatorial district, but as elected officials, we represent the entire 19.5 million people in New York State. I'm honored to be here to congratulate you and your families for the levels of success you have achieved, and I think that's just the start for all of you. Thank you all, and God bless you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Senator Tedisco. I know he's got a jam-packed schedule, so we really appreciate you being here tonight. We also appreciate the support of a lot of other people. It takes a team. Eric is, he's the head coach, he's the president, but it takes a team, and he's already mentioned some of them. We want to give shout-outs to a few more of them, our sponsors and our advertisers. It doesn't happen without them. We appreciate the sponsorship of our family reception with our honorees this evening. This was our chance and their chance to meet and mingle, and we appreciate the sponsorship of the Healthy Cafe Catering Company, and please welcome Lorinda and Danielle from there. Thank you both. We would also like to acknowledge another special guest. I'm going to say that a lot tonight. A lot of special guests here. And her name is Lori Anktel. Lori was the director of athletics at the College of St. Rose, and this institution has had an illustrious history and also outstanding success in athletics. Unfortunately, the institution is closed, but the memories of that place will live on forever. St. Rose has had 2 recipients already of our Grand Collegiate Sportswoman of the Year. That was Colleen Quaglia and Morgan Burchart Farnham, which is a name that you've already heard a couple times here tonight. Eric and the board would like to take this opportunity to provide Lori with an award of appreciation on our behalf to commemorate the legacy of the College of St. Rose. Lori, come on down. And don't worry, Lori's not going far. She's back at Siena doing big things, so we love that she's staying close. All right, now let's get to the bread and butter. This is why we're all here. And I joked to Katie Pascal tonight. I said, if you guys didn't do so darn much and you weren't so good at everything, this would be a lot shorter of a program. So I'm going to get to it and read as fast as I can while still honoring all of our athletes for tonight. For the 5th year, we will introduce you to the most remarkable and most accomplished young women in the Capital District, and again, the reason why we are all here. Let's meet the members of the 2024 class of the Capital District Sportswomen of the Year. We are going to start with Kate Ackerman of Maple Hill High School. And I'll ask you to, after I'm done reading your bio, so in like 3 minutes or so, come on down, use the red carpet, get your award, pause for some pictures, and then back up to your seat if you would. Academically, Kate, an honor roll student who has received Scholar Athlete recognition, was in the top 10 of her senior class and has been on the principal's list every year of high school. Athletically, Kate competes in bowling, cross country, and softball. She's made the Patroon Conference Bowling All-Star team since 7th grade. For the past 2 seasons, she was named the league MVP and was Maple Hill's most valuable bowler. This past season, Kate recorded an average of 211, a 300 high game, and a high of 760 for a series. She earned a spot on the Section 2 composite team that went to the state tournament in March, and thus became the first bowler in Maple Hill history to make it to the state tournament. At that tournament, she finished first for the girls' composite teams for a high series with a total of 1,487. I don't know a lot about bowling, but it sounds like a lot. That earned her the first place medal. She also averaged 248 pins over 6 games in the tourney, 37 pins above her average going into that day. Her 1,487 total earned a place in the state record book and a 3rd place slot for a 3-game high series. Kate earned the Section 2 Sportsmanship Award at the tournament and helped lead the team to a 3rd place finish. At the United States High School Bowling National Championship, held in June, Kate placed 37th with an average score of 196 over 7 games. And that same month, Kate was selected for the 2023-24 All-USA Today HSSA Girls Bowling Team, and just last week was named the USA Today National Girls Bowler of the Year. I feel like that deserves a round of applause, right? I mean, Girls Bowler of the Year. Kate's community service includes serving in the recycling club and donating to Maple Hills blood drives. She donated books to several libraries, dresses, and shoes to Cinderella's Closet. She works for the Schodack Town Camp, working with children in the community, and donates her time at the East Greenbush Bowling Center. Maple Hill High School administrators and teachers selected Kate to serve as a mentor to middle school students who shadow her in the high school to see what it's like to be a successful high school student. Kate becomes the 4th student athlete from Maple Hill High School to be selected by CDSWOY. Previous recipients include Rachel Frazier, Rebecca Hall, and Jenna Hoffman. Maple Hill joins Averill Park for the most Capital District Sportswomen of the Year recipients in our history. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Kate Ackerman.
We have a speech delay. We'll be right back after this message.
Hi, I would first like to say thank you to CDSWOY for hosting this event for us athletes. I am honored to be up here tonight as one of the 10 honorees. I am Kate Ackerman, a recent graduate from Maple Hill High School. I am continuing to pursue my academic and athletic career this fall at Niagara University, where I will be studying biology, and I will be bowling Division I for Coach Walsh. I would first like to thank every coach that I have gotten the opportunity to play for. All of my coaches, whether it's from high school or travel teams, have contributed to the person and athlete I am today, including Coach Austin, Coach D'Amico, Coach Hershoff, and Coach Bacon. These 4 coaches have impacted my life significantly, and I cannot thank them enough for all they have done for me. Coach Austin had me as a starting pitcher in my freshman year, and let me tell you, I was petrified. Coach Austin helped to build my confidence, and I was grateful for the trust he put in me. Coach D'Amico and Coach Hershoff were both my varsity cross-country coaches and believed in strengthening my mental game. Coach Bacon was one of my bowling coaches, and he focused on the little things, like picking up easy spares, taking it 1 frame at a time, or even making a ball change. I would also like to thank Coach Ryan for coming out and supporting me at states. Coach Golden, who's been my bowling coach for the past 6 years, has pushed me past my limits. Pushing an athlete means seeing all of my tears, my laughter, and even my stink eyes. Coach Golden has not only seen me grow up while coaching my older brother, but she has also seen me grow in the sport of bowling. I went from a semi-confident bowler averaging 160s to an assertive athlete who sets goals and continues to check each one off. To put it into perspective, I had 3 goals for this past year's bowling season: have a 200 average, win the Patroon Conference tournament, and be the Patroon Conference MVP. I surpassed these goals and qualified for states. Then I won states with a 248 average over 6 games. I broke 2 New York State records. The first was for the high 5-game series, which was 1,228 pins, and the second record was for the high 3-game series, which was 782 pins. I went to nationals in June and placed 37th out of 190 girls with a 196 average. I was MVP for my high school team and for the Patroon Conference with a 211 average. I was also recently named Female Bowler of the Year by USA Today. These accolades would not have been possible without one extremely important person, my dad. He has been the one constant since I started bowling at age 5. He has been the calm in the storm. He has been the strength when I'm exhausted. He has been the laughter when I needed it most. Now, I have a backstory that makes my success a little more unique. Most people at States only had the pressure of bowling. 3 days before States, my older brother passed away suddenly. I had a big decision to make whether I wanted to bowl at States or not. But I'm forever grateful for sticking out my decision because I came home as an individual New York State individual champion, bowling champion. The support from my parents, my coaches, the entire Schodack community, and the bowling community in East Greenbush made the decision much easier. Their willingness to quickly jump in and help out is why I'm proud to forever be a Wildcat. My athletic director, April Smith, has gone above and beyond to support and celebrate my accomplishments. My bowling family at East Greenbush Bowling Center is just that, family. I want to thank them for always allowing me to practice and compete there, whether it's for junior gold, nationals, or even just Saturday morning league. Their generosity of Bill Cornell, the kindness and care of Amber Giuliani have been key in my successes. I want to give one more shout out to Brian Leclerc, the amazing guy who's been drilling my bowling balls for the past 10 years. I cannot thank him enough for perfecting my span and always giving the best advice for which ball should be added to my arsenal. Thank you again to everyone who has supported me in my athletic career thus far. Thank you to Coach Walsh for the opportunity to continue my bowling career at Niagara University. And congratulations to all of the female athletes represented here tonight, and I wish them the best of luck in their bright futures. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Kate. Next up, let's meet Ariana Dingley of Lansingburg High School. Academically, Ariana was the valedictorian of the class of 2024 at Lansingburg with a 99+ average. We'll call it 100. She earned high honor roll recognition in each marking period in grades 7 through 12 and is a member of the National Honor Society. Ariana received the Rensselaer Medal for Outstanding Academic Achievement in Mathematics and Science. She was also awarded the staple's too far up. Certificate of Merit given by the New York State Capital District Society of Engineers. Ariana performed at the All-County Band Music Festival. Athletically, Ariana competes in bowling, soccer, and softball. She was a Colonial Council Co-Defensive Girls Soccer Player of the Year and a team MVP during her career. She was a 2-time first-team Section 2 Girls Class B Soccer All-Star. She was a 2-time Colonial Council first-team All-Star in bowling and served as a captain in all 3 sports, bowling, soccer, and softball. Ariana's community service includes assisting nursing home residents at the Heritage House. She was a volunteer for Lansingburg Boys and Girls Club and assisted with numerous fundraisers and events and placed flags on headstones for the Lansingburg Veterans Club. Ariana was the treasurer of her class all 4 years of high school, and her activities included Odyssey of the Mind, SAD Club, and working on high school musicals. Ariana becomes the first Lansingburg High School student athlete selected by CDSWOY since the program began in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Ariana Dingley.
Good evening, friends, family, coaches, and the CDSWOY committee. My name is Ariana Dingley, and I'm a recent graduate of Lansingburg High School. I would like to start off with thanking my athletic director, Mike Robbins, and my varsity softball coach, Jim Swab, for nominating me for this award. As most athletes know, we don't play our sports for recognition and awards, but it's nice to know that all the women here receive recognition for something they are so deserving of. We all play because we have the passion and heart. Even when things like injuries or a mental block get in our way, we recover and push through them just to come back a better version of ourselves. I've had my fair share of injuries throughout my high school career, but I was always able to get through it. It wasn't a journey that I did by myself, but one that I did with the support of my friends, family, and coaches. I would like to thank my lovely parents for bringing me to all my practices, tournaments, games, no matter the cost or the weekends you may have lost relaxing. Instead, you continue to make sure I was happy, and although you worried a ton about all the games I played being a goalie, you never held me back, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you to all my coaches as well, Coach K for being the best goalie coach I've ever had, and being the voice to tell me when to push and when it is okay to back down. I hope every athlete is given an opportunity to have a coach like you. Thank you to Coach Lange as well. You pushed me to greatness and knew that I had more in me each soccer season. We may have not been the best bunch of players, but you gave us a good run, and I will never forget the last one, best one mantra. Thank you to Coach Faraci for being the reason I continue to bowl each year. I may have gotten emotional and wasn't always open-minded that I can't be perfect, but you encouraged the team and I time and time again to just have fun, and it's something we always need to hear. Last but not least, thank you to my softball coach, Schwab. You saw potential in me from the very beginning. Although I started during my junior year, it was the best 2 seasons I could have ever thought to have. My first year was rough, but you led me all the way to being able to make diving catches and hitting a triple during my last games. Although it takes our time and dedication to end up where we are as athletes, it also takes a ton of support and love. So thank you to those who gave me the support. My teachers who always let me stay with them before practices or games, my teammates' moms for shouting my name and giving me rides if I ever needed one, my travel coaches who gave me many opportunities, and my best friends and boyfriend for being by my side through it all. I'd like to end this with something all the girls tonight need to hear. Mia Hamm once said, "Somewhere behind the athlete you've become and the hours of practice and the coaches who have pushed you is a little girl who fell in love with the game and never looked back. Play for her. Play for the girl who never thought they'd be where they are today, and remind yourself she would never be disappointed in your success." Thank you again for this amazing opportunity, and thank you, CDSWOY.
Thank you, and congratulations, Ariana. And Ariana and I have something in common. Coach Schwab was my softball coach at one point, which means, Coach, we're getting old. Still doing it, though, and doing it well. I'm proud of you, Coach Schwab. Next up, let's meet Leonie Griffin from Shaker High School. Academically, Leonie had a 95 GPA while excelling in rigorous coursework that included 14 college credits from the State University of New York. She's an active member in the Latin Club and the Business Club and received a New York State Advanced Regents Diploma. Leonie has been on the high honor roll and honor roll during her time at Shaker and is a 4-time recipient of the NISPA Scholar Athlete Award. Athletically, Leonie competes in cross-country, indoor track, and outdoor track and field. She was the cross-country team MVP for 3 years and has broken several school records on the track, including the 300, 600, 800, and 200-meter hurdles, as well as the sprint medley relay and the 4x800. She's received indoor track and outdoor track team MVP honors for 5 years. Leonie's the state champ for the 600-meter indoor race and was second in the federation in 2024. She also was 4th in the state for the outdoor 800 meters twice in her career. She was invited to the prestigious Millrose Games 2 straight seasons, in the 4x8 in 2023 and the 600 in 2024. She ranked 10th in the country in the 600 this past season. Her time of 1:33.06 holds the 600-meter record in Section 2, and she's a 3-time track and field All-American Nike New Balance AAU and Junior Olympics. Leonie has been a member of the Albany Alley Cats Travel Soccer Club for 8 years and has played semi-professional soccer for the New York Shockers the past 2 years. Leonie's community service includes volunteering for Hudson Mohawk Roadrunners Club, where she helps work the water stop at the marathon each year. She serves as a mentor, role model, and source of inspiration for younger runners and volunteers her time supporting the youth cross-country and track community programs. Leonie becomes the first student athlete from Shaker High School to be selected by CDSWOY. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Leonie Griffin.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Leonie Griffin, and I am a recent graduate of Shaker High School. Next year, I'll be continuing my academic and athletic career at Boston University, running Division I indoor and outdoor track and field. I'm truly honored to stand before you tonight as a recipient of the Capital District Sportswoman of the Year Award. This recognition means a lot to me as it highlights all the work that's been put in the classroom, in the community, and on both the soccer field and the track. I'm so grateful for the support and encouragement I have received along this journey. First and foremost, I want to thank my family. Mom and Dad, your unwavering belief in me and your endless support have been the foundation of my success. Your sacrifices, encouragement, and love have fueled my passion and drive for the sport. I couldn't have achieved any of this without your constant support, whether it was attending every single game, celebrating my victories, or helping me through the tough times. To all my siblings, especially Lily, who's been through it all with me and is now following along in my footsteps, thank you for being my biggest fans and loudest cheerleaders. Your support means more to me than you guys will ever know. To my friends and teammates, thank you for being there to lift me up when I needed it most. Through the hardest of challenges I have faced throughout my athletic career, I have been comforted, and in the best moments, you've all joined me in celebrating my wins. The friendships and bonds created have been and will continue to be a source of inspiration. I would also like to thank all of my coaches who have played a crucial role in my development. The guidance that each of you has provided has heightened my potential and furthered my success. You've pushed me to be the best version of myself, not just as an athlete, but as a person as well. The time that has been put forward and the commitment to my growth have shaped me into the athlete that I am today. You've taught me some of the greatest lessons, including discipline, perseverance, and hard work, and those lessons have extended far beyond the field and the track into my daily life. Also, a special thanks to all the teachers for my encouragement in the classroom and helping me balance the demands that have come with sports and academics, ensuring that I stay focused and keep motivation. To everyone that has cheered me on throughout my career, I am very grateful, and it has not gone unnoticed. Your enthusiasm and belief in my abilities have been a source of motivation, and I am truly honored to have such a strong support system surrounding me. As I reflect on this achievement, I'd like to offer just one piece of advice. The most important thing to remember as a student athlete is to have fun. Make sure you're enjoying all the memories possible and enjoying each moment and opportunity that is placed in front of you, because you don't know how long times like this will last. This award is not just a reflection of the hard work of all of us, but also a testament to the incredible support system that I am privileged to have. I'm deeply thankful for every person who has contributed to this journey. Each one of you has played a significant role in helping me reach this milestone, and for that, I am very grateful. Thank you so much to everybody for this incredible honor and for being a part of my journey. I look forward to continuing to strive for excellence and to make you all proud. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations, Leonie. Next, let's meet Taylor Holohan from Averill Park High School. Academically, Taylor had a GPA of 94.3 and ranked 93rd in her class. During her senior year, Taylor made high honor roll for 2 marking periods and honor roll for the other 2. Athletically, Taylor was a varsity basketball player for 5 years. She will attend Northeastern University in the fall on a full athletic scholarship. 4 of her teams won the Section 2 championship. There were no sectionals in her freshman year due to COVID, otherwise, yes, they would have again. She was a member of 3 New York State regional championship teams and won a New York State Class A championship title. Taylor was a 2-time Section 2 Class A tournament MVP and was a Section 2 Class AA tournament MVP in her senior season. She was named the MVP of the Averill Park Tip-Off Tournament in both her junior and senior seasons. Taylor was the Suburban Council Player of the Year in 2022-23 and 23-24 and received the Albany Times-Union Large School Player of the Year in both of those seasons as well. Taylor was the team's most improved player as a sophomore and the team's most outstanding player her junior and senior seasons. Also athletically, she played for an Under Armour-sponsored travel team, the New York Havoc, for 5 years. Out of all players on the 32 Under Armour teams in the league, she was ranked in the top 5 for points in her sophomore year. For her 2023 season, she was ranked 2nd in blocks per game and 3rd for most productive interior scoring. She was also a McDonald's All-American nominee in 2024. Taylor's community service includes volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House, where she makes meals and baked goods for people staying at the facility. Throughout her season, she volunteered for the Averill Park Youth Basketball Program, and she also assisted at a local food pantry. Taylor has volunteered to hand out Thanksgiving meals with Equinox and works at the track and field events for Special Olympics when they happen here locally. Taylor becomes the 4th Averill Park student athlete to be selected by CDSWOY in the organization's 5-year history. She joins Michelina Lombardi, Anna Jankovic, and Lydia Ware, who also received the first Grand Scholastic Woman of the Year award. Averill Park joins Maple Hill for the most honorees in our history. Taylor could not join us tonight. She's actually already at Northeastern University to start her freshman year, but she provided remarks from campus.
Good evening. I'd like to start by saying how incredibly grateful I am to be among this group of athletes being recognized tonight. Thank you to all the Capital District Sportswomen of the Year Committee and its staff and sponsors for creating this award and hosting this event each year. It is just amazing what you are doing to support young female athletes. We've all heard the saying, if you give a girl a fish, she'll eat for a day. But if you teach a girl to fish, she'll eat for a lifetime. Well, that's not exactly how the saying goes, but I'm sure you get the idea. I bring this saying up because the lessons in it are endless. Of course, giving a girl a fish will make her happy for a while, and probably a bit thankful, but in the long run, she'll be left looking for another way to get a fish from you. But the lessons in teaching a girl to fish will open up her mind and spirit and leave her curious to hone her own skills to catch her own fish. For example, she'll ask herself, where are the best places to fish? And what are the best conditions to fish in? And also other questions such as, what should she use, lure or live bait? Or do those questions depend on the type of body of water you are fishing in? My analogy here is, where should she spend her energy? What are her priorities to get to her goals? And I guess she would need to know what type of fish are the best to eat, right? Some fish aren't worth catching because they aren't good to eat or are harder to clean. For that, the young girl's lesson is to keep focused on those priorities you set for yourself so that your goals are attainable. Then it's time to find the live bait. You could go to the store and buy some worms, but without money you are left to dig for some. Where does she find them? This is the part where you learn to dig and put in some work, to find the plump ones that the fish are going to love. You put the small skinny ones back and keep digging for the best ones. Your hard work will pay off when you drop your line in the water. The next lesson will be the hardest part. Sitting still and quiet, keeping your line motionless, watching the fish check it out. Moving too fast would scare the fish away, and they may never come back if they know it's fake. For the young girl, this is teaching her to be patient with herself, allowing herself the room to grow into what she's supposed to be. Even if a few fish get spooked and swim away, there are lessons in that too. At the end of the day, if no fish were caught, or only the little ones that aren't big enough to eat, she will stay the course and work again tomorrow. Because in the end, your goals of catching a fish have not yet been met. She'll work and sit patiently, as you have taught her, until she reaches her goal. She'll be way more thrilled with herself having put in the work to earn her way than if she had just been given a fish. There are many coaches, teachers, community members, parents, and siblings here tonight that are all doing it right. They are modeling and teaching young girls how to put the work in, be humble, stay true to yourself, and keep focused on what you want in life. All of the women being honored here tonight are blessed to have these great mentors in our lives. I wanted to thank you all for your part in teaching a girl to fish.
And even though Taylor couldn't be here tonight, we would like to welcome Taylor's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Holohan, to join Eric in accepting the award on her behalf. Please come on down. And thank you both for being here. Next, let's honor Carly King from Guilderland High School. Academically, Carly served as the co-vice president of the National Honor Society and was a scholar athlete all 4 years at Guilderland. She was a member of the Connect 4 Cancer Club and the Environmental Club. Carly was a member of the school orchestra and chorus all 4 years and received an AP Scholar Award. Athletically, Carly competes in field hockey, indoor track, and lacrosse. She made the New York Field Hockey All-State team last fall, one of 5 students honored from Section 2. She was also a first-team Suburban Council All-Star and Section 2 Class A champion. As captain of the Guilderland field hockey team, Carly helped lead the squad to the best record in school history in 2023. The team made the New York State Elite Eight and played in the 3 Max Field Hockey High School Invitationals in Philadelphia. The top teams in the country, are invited to play in that tournament. She competed in field hockey, indoor track, and lacrosse all 3 years at Guilderland. Carly received the 12-Season Award, a prestigious award given to Guilderland students who participate in 12 total seasons from 9th grade through 12th grade. Carly's community service includes serving as the lead coach for the Guilderland Youth Field Hockey Program. She volunteers for all practices, camps, and play days, offering a free opportunity for any field hockey player in Guilderland to improve, develop, and try field hockey. Carly helped with a grant through the Albany County Legislator's Office to receive money to purchase equipment for the Guilderland Youth Field Hockey Program. This grant has allowed the program to grow while offering free equipment to any player who attends clinics, camps, and practices. Carly also serves as a National Honor Society tutor and volunteers at Red Cross blood drives. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Carly King.
Good evening. I just wanted to take some time to express my gratitude for being selected to receive this award and how special this is to me. Athletics have always been a big part of my life, something that I love and look forward to. My appreciation grew for sports throughout the early years of middle school as I found myself loving the supportive team environment that they fostered, always looking forward to practices and games as the best part of my day. They quickly became a huge part of my life. For me, it would not be the same without my coaches. My coaches throughout my time with field hockey, indoor track, and lacrosse have each taught me so many life lessons and things that will stay with me forever. Things like self-discipline, teamwork, learning to accept things that are uncontrollable, and most of all, sportsmanship. I can't thank them all enough for everything that they have done for me. On a specific note, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today without my field hockey coach, Jen Sykes. I cannot express how thankful I am for the endless support and mentorship she has continuously shown to me over the past 5 years, both on and off the field. Her dedication to what she does is so empowering to all, and she is a true inspiration. She has made me a better person as I strive to become as much of a thoughtful, tough, hardworking woman as she is. I would also like to thank my parents for always being by my side no matter what during anything and everything. I want to thank them for always believing in me, in everything that I do, and for always picking me up when I fall down without hesitation. I am so lucky to have such encouraging, supportive parents in my life and cannot express my gratitude. Lastly, I want to thank the Capital District Sportswoman of the Year board members for the extremely gracious honor of being one of the few selected for this award. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Carly. Next, let's honor Amber Kolpakis of Galway High School. Academically, Amber ranks 10th in her class at Galway. Athletically, Amber was a 3-time first-team All-State selection in volleyball and was a 2-time league MVP and offensive MVP twice each. She was a 4-time Section 2 first-team All-Star and was selected to the Albany Times-Union Section 2 All-Star team, the only small school player selected. She made the All-State first team twice and second team once. Amber made the New York State All-Tournament team 3 times in her career, and she set a school record with 1,578 career kills and recorded 1,028 career digs. On the softball field, Amber was the league MVP twice and division MVP 3 times. She was selected to the Section 2 All-League first team twice and once received second team honors. Amber's community service includes making personal hygiene packages for a backpack program and making blankets for a dog shelter. She assisted a teacher by organizing musical performances for a service project and is extremely active with youth coaching in the community for softball and volleyball camps. She also helped softball little leaguers learn how to pitch. Amber becomes the 4th Galway High School student athlete selected by CDSWOY. She joins Grace O'Brien, Isabella Mancini, and Rachel Winook. Amber could not join us tonight as she and her parents are at the University of Oklahoma. I guess that's a good excuse, right? Getting her settled in for her freshman year. We would like to welcome her godmother, Jalila Montero, representing her tonight. If you could please stand. And as you can see, Eric was able to get Amber her award before she left for Oklahoma, and she provided these remarks.
First off, I would like to say how sad I am to not be able to attend this event in person, but I am very grateful for Eric for helping me set things in place so that I am still able to receive my award and give a speech. I want to thank the committee for selecting me to receive this award. I truly am grateful, and it is such an honor to have. I would also like to thank my athletic director and volleyball coach, Mike Glenn, for nominating me for this award and believing in me these past 6 years. Also, Coach Neil Lemaire for being a constant support during volleyball season. He always believed in me, looked out for me, and is also part of the reason my name is hanging up on the banner in our gym with the school record for kills. Next, I would like to mention Emma Smith. Emma was someone I had always looked up to as an inspiration, and she is truly like the sister I never had. She was always willing to give me a ride to practice and help me out any way possible. Not only did I get to play with her, but she also became my coach, and I couldn't be more thankful for all these years she has been there and helped me. I would also like to thank Mike Smith for helping me find my love for softball again and treating me like a daughter. I will truly miss playing softball, but I will hold on to those memories forever. I would finally like to thank my parents for being there for me all those years and believing in me when at times I didn't believe in myself. No matter what decisions I made, they were there to back me up and support me in any way possible. Lastly, I would just like to say again how grateful I am to be receiving this award and getting the opportunity to give recognition to all the amazing athletes there are in small schools. I may not be continuing my athletics at the next level, but I'm excited to start a new chapter of my life studying meteorology at the University of Oklahoma. I truly hope that I'm still able to inspire the young girls I have met in Galway, and I will always be there for them as those who were there for me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Amber. And I know where she can get a job as a meteorologist. I've got some connections. You tell her to call me when she's done with her 4 years at OU. And thank you for being here, too. Next up, let's honor Cassidy McClement from Waterford Half Moon High School. Academically, Cassidy was the valedictorian of her class at Waterford Half Moon. She was the president of the National Honor Society and was the treasurer for the class of 2024. Cassidy was in the top 10 of her class in all 4 years of high school. Athletically, Cassidy competes in soccer, indoor track, and outdoor track and field. She was a 3-time individual sectional champion in outdoor track. She's the school record holder in the 100, 200, long jump, and 4x1. She was a member of back-to-back Class C girls soccer state championships at Waterford Half Moon and earned Wasserin League All-Star honors. She was an all-league first-team soccer selection and was a third-team All-State honoree. Cassidy served as captain of the Waterford Half Moon soccer team in her senior season. Cassidy's community service includes volunteering for the food drives for the town of Waterford. She also volunteers for the town's Dragon Boat event, which benefits To Life, a cancer charity. She works the blood drives at the school through the American Red Cross as well. Cassidy becomes the second student athlete from Waterford Half Moon High School to be selected by CDSWOY, joining Addison Galuski, who was honored last year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Cassidy McClement.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by saying thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I think I can speak for all the athletes in this room by saying it feels great to have your hard work throughout the years pay off and to be recognized on this level. It isn't an easy task to balance school and sports on top of life, and to have a night where that dedication is highlighted is something I am grateful for. I would like to take the time now to thank all the people that have supported me along the way. Even tonight, I have a huge crowd that showed up for me. Whenever I had a sporting or school event, I never had to worry because I always knew my supporters would be there. Anyone who has been to a soccer game or track meet of mine can attest to that. I would like to thank every one of my family members here tonight and who have shown up for me throughout my life and continue to do so. Specifically, I would like to thank my parents, Christina and Frank, for teaching me hard work, always keeping me on task, and being there for every event that has led me to this point. I would also like to thank my brother, Hunter, for always challenging me to do better, such as our little soccer 1v1s or racing to see who was faster. This initiated my competitive side and taught me to always work to better myself. My grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins are always in the stands cheering me on. I can always pick out their voices in the crowd, and I will always be thankful for my support system. Now, I would like to thank the support system Waterford Half Moon has given me, all my coaches that have been in my corner. Coach Hornung and Coach Reynolds, who are here with me tonight, and also Coach Tremblay, Coach Dana, Coach Dawson, and Coach Wine. Thank you for all seeing and encouraging my abilities and pushing me to strive to better myself. I wouldn't be the athlete I am today without any of you. Aside from just sports, all of you have given me lessons I will use for the rest of my life. My teachers and coaches also pushed me in the classroom, which has brought me success in becoming a well-rounded student athlete. Now my teammates. I would like to thank all the people I've had the privilege of working with and competing by my side. These relationships I've created through sports will always stick with me and be something I will never forget. Recently at graduation as valedictorian, I was fortunate enough to give a speech to my classmates. My speech showed the value I had found in belonging to a team in life on and off the field, and I encouraged my classmates to always strive to find their team in life. I think this message is also appropriate to my fellow honorees and all in attendance tonight. The people I've mentioned play a great role on my team up to this point today, and I'm sure yours have too. Finally, I would like to close with thanking all the people involved in organizing this truly special event. You have all highlighted the talents and dedication that women bring to the table as student athletes. I hope we can set an example for the younger generations to keep up their hard work and always strive to be the best they can be. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations, Cassidy. All right, at this time, we're going to take a 10-minute intermission, but I know we started a few minutes late, so if you're back early, we can start early. When we come back, we're going to meet more of our CDSWOY stars, along with another performance by Angelina, our performer, and my chat with Iowa women's basketball coach, recently retired, Lisa Bluter. First half recipients, if you could come out into the lobby of the entrance, there's a photo area. We're going to take pictures with your family at intermission, so that will make things move along a little more quickly at the end, and then come back in for the second half. Thank you, guys. All right, welcome back, everyone. Our guest performer tonight, Angelina Valenti, has won the Distinguished Awards for Songwriter of the Year, Album of the Year, and Artist of the Year for the Capital Region. These awards were presented to her at the 6th Annual Capital Region Thomas Edison Music Awards in April, right here at Proctors Theater. So please welcome back Angelina.
Thank you. Before I start my second song here, I just wanted to say I was sitting there listening to all of these incredible, incredible women give speeches about all these things that they've done. And I just turned 30 this year, and I was like, wow, y'all have done more in your lifetime than I have in my 30 years. And that's just incredible and really, really inspiring. And so I'm going to do this song that I wrote about, it's kind of about being adaptive as a human being. And sitting here listening to all of you talk about the amazing things you've done, it's just really made me think about what I want to be doing with my life and what direction I want to be taking. And so this song just feels right for right now. So this is a song called The Woodpecker.
What do you suppose the birds say when they twitter back and forth? Are they asking, are you okay? Or what is all this for? Do you think they ever want more? There's that woodpecker I woke up to this morning, banging on the trailer in the front yard. Now he's knocking on that tree, but I think it means I'm not who I was when I woke up this morning, and I'll change it all again before I fall asleep tonight. Isn't it remarkable how we're ever changing? We learn from our mistakes, just trying to find what it feels. Voice within me, and I know it knows what's best, but as the years pass by, it's dampened, buried underneath the noise of all the rest. So I close my eyes and listen, and it drowns out all the sound. No need to know where I am headed, long as I got my 2 feet and the ground. And I'm not who I was when I woke up this morning, and I'll change it all again before I fall asleep tonight. Isn't it remarkable how we're ever changing? We learn from our mistakes, just trying to find what feels. Like that little woodpecker, it might take a couple tries, knocking against the shiny metal before I realize it's hollow on the inside. So when I find a tree that's bark is somehow strong yet supple, I'll tap ever so gently and find it
Thank you.
Hang on. You're way too humble, first of all. I know they're all very accomplished, but that was unbelievably beautiful. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. And Angelina is selling merch in the lobby, so if you're interested, please, after the event, go check it out. Very much worth it. Thank you again. I am very lucky. I've said it to be part of this event because it gives me an opportunity to talk to some pretty cool people, and this year is no different. So we scheduled an interview. Everyone knows Caitlin Clark's name. Well, now everyone knows Lisa Bluder's name because she's Caitlin Clark's head coach. We scheduled an interview with her for May 14th, and it's hard to get on her calendar. May 13th, she announced her retirement, and I thought, oh, we are so screwed. We're not going to get her. Guess what? She showed up. She's our speaker tonight. Please enjoy. And we are so honored. We've been very lucky here at the Capital District Sportswomen of the Year to have some really fantastic guest speakers. To name a few, Olympian Lindsay Jacobellis, Tara Vanderveer, Hall of Fame women's basketball coach, last year Jessica Mendoza, and this year we just keep adding to that resume. We are honored to be joined by Lisa Bluder, who is I'm going to call you a former head coach of the Iowa women's basketball team. Listen, we're recording this on May 14th, which is the day after Coach announced her retirement. First of all, Coach, congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ashley. It's my pleasure to join you. And anytime I can be surrounded by these kind of women and be on this, the set with these kind of women, it's pretty special. So thank you, Ashley.
Of course. Coach, we have some really phenomenal women in the audience tonight. We have high schoolers. We also have collegiate student athletes. These are all women who are recognized for academics, athletics, and extracurriculars, particularly community service, and all the stuff they do outside of the classroom and obviously off the court or field. In your time in women's sports, what has made your experience so special being around student athletes like some of the ones who are in the audience tonight?
Just like what you said, Ashley, being around the women is what makes it special. I mean, being around them it's what I'm going to miss the most, honestly, is the day-to-day interaction with amazing women that are, driven, that are goal-minded, that want to build a culture of positivity and being kind to each other. And so it's just going to be that's what I'm going to miss the most in this journey. And that's what I value the most is those interactions and seeing what they do after they leave the University of Iowa. That's what's been so fun, is to watch them just go on in their careers and just be bold as they go out there and being accomplished women after their basketball careers are over.
Coach, I know you're the head women's basketball coach, but I've seen quotes from you before and the importance that you stress on academics and just the people that they become. Obviously why they were on your basketball team, but afterwards, if you can impart anything to these young women who are going on, some of whom are going on to the professional world, some of whom are going from high school to college, what would it be outside of the athletic realm?
Well, I mean, like you said, the academics are so important that you get totally invested in that, but also having those experiences, I'm sure a lot of you are not athletes, but having those experiences outside of the classroom, whether it's joining clubs, whether it's being on a team, being a leader in your community, volunteering, finding a mentor, finding somebody that you can really look up to, that you can have their ear, that you can learn from. I think that's really important. And I think, women that are my age need to be able to be mentors for younger women that are starting out. I think that's how we keep growing, this movement that we're in right now.
Coach, you've been a part of Iowa women's basketball for the last 24 years. You've been in coaching officially for 40 years. I'm sure basketball has been a part of your life for as long as you can remember. What is so special about the sport? And if you could speak to the University of Iowa, what has kept you there so long? It feels like Iowa is a very unique state in that a lot of people who come from Iowa are drawn to stay there. So there must be something special about it.
Yeah, first of all, the sport, why I love the sport so much. It's the ultimate, to me, athletic achievement, because you have to be a team, you have to memorize plays, You have to really be in the most ultimate shape. You have to be a sprinter and a marathoner. You have to be a jumper. You have to have a skill of shooting the basketball, and at the same time do all that without breaks in the action that a lot of sports have. It's, I think, one of the most difficult sports that you can play. But I also love the camaraderie. And when I watch, I call it pretty basketball. When I watch teams that have great floor spacing, and when they are passing the ball and executing and passing up good shots for great shots, to me that is beautiful basketball. And it's like, to me, it's like a ballet. To me, it's artistic, and I love that about our game. About the University of Iowa, it is a special place. And I'm an Iowa girl. I grew up in this state. I've only coached in this state, so it's very near and dear to my heart. But Iowa is special, the university, because of Christine Grant and her leadership here. She was the athletic director here for 27 years, and she helped pass Title IX that it would be enforceable for athletics. It wasn't an athletic law. It was a law for education, and she convinced Congress that it should be also, athletics should fall underneath that umbrella. So without her and so many other women that were so instrumental in helping Title IX become reaching into athletics, none of us would probably be here right now. We've seen the impact that Title IX has had on women's athletics and how it continues to grow. So because of Christine Grant, Iowa is a special place. But the state of Iowa also has embraced basketball forever. We had basketball here in the 1920s. I mean, we were, doing things so far ahead of what everybody else around the country was doing them. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that we have a long and strong heritage of women's athletics in this state.
Coach, you see it on the bottom line there. Winningest women's basketball coach in Big Ten history. So many other accolades. Do you have something that you would kind of hang your hat on as maybe a favorite achievement, or what you will kind of put at the top of your own resume when you walk away?
Well, certainly, playing in the last two the national championship games is definitely a highlight. But each year is special, and honestly, the women that you get to coach, it's such a unique sport, because every year it's 25% in, 25% out. It's like, unlike any other job, right, where you are constantly working on building that team, and you constantly have that influx of new people and people leaving right when you want them to not be leaving, they're leaving you. It's a special place. It's a special time. But I think, playing in those last two championship games, being the last hire, Christine Grant's last hire, to me, that's special. But probably most importantly, having the legacy of 24 years here and passing that torch on to Jan Jensen, my associate head coach for the last 20 years. And also just the women that have left our program. Again, I've said it before, but that's what's so meaningful to me. And my legacy, I hope, is that I've always tried to use the sport of basketball to create the next generation of female leaders. And so watching that next generation leave here and be leaders in their own right is what's special, and what I hope my legacy will be.
And some of those leaders we will see, there are names, obviously, that some of our student athletes and their families will know. Caitlin Clark, one of them, but Kate Martin, players who we are going to see play at the next level and hopefully see outside of basketball, making a name for themselves in whatever their area of expertise is. 34-5 last season. You mentioned the national championship game appearances, Coach. I have to ask you about being in Albany. The regional came through here. You guys got to play Colorado in the Sweet 16, LSU in the Elite Eight, and the house was packed. What was your experience, particularly to women's basketball here in Albany? Because it felt like this was greatly embraced in this city when you guys came around.
Yeah, I think it really was. I mean, you also had South Carolina there. So, I mean, it really was the cream of the crop in Albany. Our regional was really, really hard to get through. And we knew, after playing West Virginia, then playing Colorado, a team that was ranked as high as 5 in the country at sometimes during the year, playing LSU, who we played in the national championship game last year. Those were special games. And the people of Albany, I think, really supported our the women's basketball tournament there. Obviously, it was a full house. There were a lot of Iowa fans. Iowa fans always travel well wherever we're placed. But I certainly, think that Albany was a great tournament for us, for the city. I hope that everybody really enjoyed, seeing top women's basketball played there in Albany.
I can tell you that I enjoyed it, and I know my husband did as well. And it was just great to see all of the young fans who, whether they were in Caitlin Clark jerseys or anyone else's jersey, to show out the way that they did because of the great basketball that was played on the floor. Coach, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Caitlin. She was the #1 overall draft pick in the WNBA draft. I have to imagine you would say you haven't coached many players like her in your career, and you never will again. She's kind of a once-in-a-generation player. What was the experience like for you as a head coach trying to coach a women's college basketball team when there was so much fanfare and hype around your team, but also Caitlin in particular?
Yeah, it was so enjoyable. I mean, the past 4 years, having Caitlin be a part of the Iowa Hawkeyes, she is one in a million. Like you said, there'll never be a player like her again anywhere. And I consider myself so blessed that I got the opportunity to coach her for the past 4 years, and that, we'll be a part of each other's lives for the next 40 years. And so I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful that she believed in me and knew that I could take her to the next level. She was challenging at times, and that's okay. I think that, that made my last 4 years here at Iowa so special, because you want to be challenged each and every day. And she did that, and I challenged her. And I can't imagine ending my career on any better note than having players like Caitlin, but also, Kate Martin. Also, I'm so proud of her being drafted by the Aces and making that team. I had Kate Martin for 6 years here at the University of Iowa. So she joins a fellow Iowan, Megan Gustafson, who was also the National Player of the Year in 2019 as a member of the Aces. And so I think I'll get to see a lot more basketball now that I'm retired.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's next for you, Coach? You obviously, you say you're handing off the torch to Jan Jensen, who is a former player of yours, who has been an assistant of yours most of your career. Where does Iowa Hoops go from here? And will you stay close and be kind of involved? And I know you're going to be their biggest fan.
Oh, you're right. I will be their biggest champion for sure. I think that Jan was the absolute best choice for this position. She's been, my right-hand side for the last 24 years. So she's ready for this. There's nobody that's had a better opportunity to train for this job than her. So I'm excited to see where she'll take it and where she'll grow it. But, for me, I'm, going to step back for a while. And, of course, like every person that retires, going to try to travel a little bit. But I'm also going to try to help this program and this university in any way that they see fit, that I can help them. In the immediate future, I think I'm going to take up pickleball because I have to find some way to kick somebody's butt out on the court. That's going to be my next endeavor, I think.
I was going to say, competitiveness doesn't die easily, right, Coach? Coach, in terms of this event in particular that you're speaking at tonight, the Capital District Sportswomen of the Year Gala, like I said, it honors the best and brightest young females, and it is specific to females, which there aren't a lot of events like this around, none that are here that we know of. Eric McDowell is the man behind the mission. He's the president of the Eric Idea Agency, and this was something that he felt really strongly about. What is your take on something that is very specific to this, but also just honoring female student athletes and giving them a spotlight to be recognized?
Well, thank you for doing this, Eric. I mean, this is a great brainchild, and it's something that we need to do more. We need to recognize the great women that are coming up in our sport, and for them to have a platform and for them to see where they can go. When I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of female role models in athletics. I mean, Billie Jean King was certainly one of them. The 76 Olympic team was certainly one of them. Mm-hmm. But when I was younger than that, there was nobody to see. And now people have opportunities to see young women being successful, and we have to have young women being successful. I mean, it's half of our population. We're losing out if we don't embrace the brain power, the teamwork of these young women that are growing, that are coming into their own right now. So we would be a silly country if we don't continue to grow half of our population to be their very best. And so thank you, Eric, and thank you for having me here and being a part of this, because this is so very important.
Well, Coach, thank you. 884 wins, 18 NCAA tournament appearances, and more important than that, hundreds of lives that you have touched, women, girls that have gone on to do great things and that will go on to do great things. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. I know the student athletes and their families do as well. So thank you so much.
My pleasure, Ashley. Keep believing and go Hawks.
See? Pretty cool. I get to do cool stuff. Thank you so much to Coach. Her time is precious. And like I said, the day after she announced her retirement, I think I was one of the first reporters to talk to her, and I'm not even a reporter anymore. So it was really awesome that we had the chance to hear from her. And one of the things that I thought was really cool that she said, when I asked her about Caitlin, she said, you know what? She challenged me. And she embraced that challenge. It helps that she's the best player on the planet, but she embraced being challenged. And I think we need more of that. We need to embrace being challenged in all facets of our life. So I think that was really cool that she said that. All right, back to it. I'm going to get you out of here as quick as I can, guys. Thanks again to Lisa, but we're back to the stars. Let's go to Isabella Miller, no relation, I promise, from Fonda Fultonville High School. Academically, Isabella received the Xerox Award from the University of Rochester for the highest cumulative average during her high school career. She also received the highest average in algebra honor, the Excellence in AP Biology Award, and Excellence in Anatomy and Physiology, and highest average in geometry honor. Isabella was third in her graduating class at Fonda Fultonville and made the principal's list in each of her 4 years. Athletically, Isabella competes in cross country, indoor track, and outdoor track and field. She was presented the Section 2 Class C Sportsmanship Award at the New York State Cross Country Meet. Isabella was a 2-time Most Valuable Cross Country Runner for Fonda Fultonville, as well as a 2-time Best Distance Runner in indoor track and outdoor track. She was named a WAC All-Star all 4 years and qualified for the State Cross Country Championship Meet in 2023. Other honors included Dedicated Cross Country Runner and Best Newcomer for indoor track. For 2023, she was the Ken Smith Bi-County Female Track Athlete of the Meet, and in 2024, she was the overall female athlete of the meet. In her senior season, Isabella was MVP for both outdoor track and indoor track. She also received the WAC Scholarship Award. Isabella's community service includes serving an internship at the Neural Stem Cell Institute in Rensselaer. She was a Ronald McDonald House volunteer and volunteered at Conbeers Farm as well, serving as a coach at a Learn to Row summer camp. She also received the Seal of Civic Readiness. At graduation, Isabella received the Community Service Award for completing more than 300 community service hours during her time at Fonda Fultonville. Isabella becomes the second Fonda Fultonville student athlete selected by CDSWOY, joining Emma Crahan, who was selected last year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Isabella Miller.
Good evening. My name is Isabella Miller, and I recently graduated from Fonda Fultonville High School. First of all, I would like to greatly thank the CDSWOY committee for honoring me with this prestigious award. To have the opportunity to join this amazing family of athletes is such an accomplishment. I am truly honored to stand here today among these amazing young women. I would like to also thank my athletic director, Mr. Eric Wilson, for nominating me for this award and for always making sure that I and all of Fonda Fultonville student athletes receive the best possible recognition. Thank you as well to my coaches, Coach Radzikowski, Benton, Janetti, Therian, and Phillips. I could not have achieved this success without you. You have helped me create the best senior year possible, and for that I am very grateful. All of my coaches have been phenomenal, and I would not be nearly where I am today without their immense support. Finally, I would like to thank my family and friends. Thank you for being there at every track and cross-country meet, supporting me when things didn't go my way, and helping me pick myself up and get back on track when things got rough. To my mom, you are my rock. Thank you for always helping me find solutions and getting me the best care throughout my injuries. To my dad, I am forever grateful. You are the one who started my sports career through running, and I've never stopped. From the first 5Ks we did when I was in 5th and 6th grade to matching shoes during our many miles of summer training, I am so lucky to have you as such a positive role model in my life. Thank you for always being Coach Dad and pushing me towards my goals. I will be continuing to run cross country at Hobart and William Smith Colleges, where I will also be pursuing a biology major and a pre-med track with the goal of working in the medical field. My running career has not always been an easy one, with its share of bumps in the road. I mean, who would have thought you could easily get a concussion from track? It's not a contact sport. I want to express to the athletic community of young girls out there the importance of perseverance and grit. Success takes time. It doesn't come at the drop of a hat. Patience is key, but if you keep working hard, everything will fall into place. I try to live by the famous runner Steve Prefontaine's quote, "If you give anything less than your best, you are sacrificing the gift." This taught me there is always room to grow and learn. I give everything my best effort and push to reach my fullest potential. It's so important to follow this mantra. If I quit when I got hard, I would not be standing here today. I want to thank everyone again who has made this day possible.
Thank you and congratulations, Isabella. Next, let's honor Katie Pascal of the University at Albany. Academically, Katie had a 3.64 GPA and graduated with a degree in accounting and a minor in business. She was a 3-time America East All-Academic Team honoree and was a 2-time America East Women's Lacrosse Spring Scholar Athlete. She was the SUNY Women's Lacrosse Scholar Athlete of the Year. She was selected to the 2023 College Sports Communicators Academic College Sports Communicators Academic All-District Team and the IWLCA Academic Honor Roll that season. Katie was a 2-time America East Honor Roll honoree and was selected to the America East Commissioners Honor Roll. Athletically, get ready, Katie was on the 2024 Tewaaraton Award watch list. For those of you who don't know lacrosse, that's like the Heisman, so pretty good. And was a 2024 Inside Lacrosse Midseason All-America Honorable Mention and Preseason All-America Honorable Mention honoree. She was a 2-time America East Midfielder of the Year and a 2-time Inside Lacrosse All-America Honorable Mention selection. Katie was a 2-time IWLCA All-Region Second Team selection, as well as a 2022 IWLCA All-Region First Team selection. In 2023, she made All-ECAC and was the America East Tournament Most Outstanding Player. A 3-time America East All-Conference First Team performer, she made the America East All-Tournament Team twice. During her career, she also received honors as a preseason Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, 6-time Player of the Week, and 5-time Rookie of the Week. Katie holds UAlbany career records in points, assists, draw controls, and single-season draw controls and single-game points. She holds the America East Tournament record for single-game points. She suffered a major knee injury that caused her to miss most of the final 5 games of the 2024 season, but before that injury, she ranked 9th in NCAA Division I lacrosse in points per game and was ranked 4th among all active Division I players in career assists and career assists per game. She is the first woman in UAlbany lacrosse history and 3rd overall, including men's lacrosse, to record 300 points in her career. She is the 5th women's lacrosse player and 7th overall in America East history to reach that mark. Katie suffered a major head injury playing basketball in high school that required her to be resuscitated, and the injury nearly ended her athletics career. We are grateful it did not, Katie. Katie's community service includes assisting in cleaning up Madison Park, youth sessions with City Lax, a Communities Day clinic, Women's Sports Day, and Gift of Life. She had worked with the Tunnel of Towers Foundation and volunteers as a youth coach. Katie becomes the 3rd UAlbany student to be selected by CDSWOY in the organization's 5-year history. She joins Amanda Chambers and Katie Filatico. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Katie Pascal.
Hello, everyone. My name is Katie Pascal, and I'm a member of the Albany Women's Lacrosse team. I'm incredibly honored to stand here before you today as one of the Capital District Sports Women of the Year. I'm so grateful to be a part of such a wonderful event celebrating women's athletics in the Capital Region. First and foremost, I want to thank my family for being my unwavering pillar of support. Your encouragement and sacrifices have been my anchor throughout this roller coaster. Thank you to my dad for always being level-headed and saying even when I'm 0 for 10 to keep shooting, and to my mom for being my biggest motivator, supporter, and encourager, tirelessly driving and flying across the country, never missing a game. She ingrained in me from a young age how much more fun it is to win. Thank you to my coaches and teammates back in Beeville, my roots, my best friends that I've grown up playing with since I was 5 years old. To my high school coach, Meg Collins, and my club coach, Kate Knoll, for giving me opportunities and continuing to advocate for me throughout my career. And lastly, to my home away from home. I've been so incredibly fortunate to be surrounded by such passionate, kind, resilient, and wholesome people at UAlbany. People that truly care about the substance and experience above all else. Some of the best teammates, coaches, and support staff in the entire country. I want to express my deepest thanks to the University at Albany Sports Media Department for nominating me for this award, as well as always keeping me organized and on top of my media coverage week in and week out. UAlbany has granted me the incredible opportunity to be involved with CityLax, the Red Bookshelf, and so many other incredible organizations throughout the Capital Region, always keeping us involved in our community no matter how busy being a Division I athlete can get. Thank you to my coaches, Katie, Leah, and Taylor, for guiding me to reach my full potential, not only as a player, but as a person. As UAlbany women's lacrosse player, we are taught that we are a we before me program. We never forget to appreciate and thank the people around us. We give before we take, and we pass before we score. My coaches often say that I'm the most competitive athlete they've ever seen. I'm not sure whether this is due to me never being able to take any practice or game lightly, or the fact that even when they try and get us to play fun, lighthearted games, I still think everyone needs to try harder and take this game of capture the flag more seriously. Thank you for guiding my competitive spirit and keeping me level-headed in the most high intensity of moments. Thank you to our athletic director, Mark Benson, and everyone around him who advocate for women's sports and never miss a women's lacrosse game. Administrators that love seeing us succeed so much, they'll jump into a lake next to our field after we knock off an ACC team in the NCAA tournament. Getting hurt for my last few games of my career was a special kind of pain. Having to watch my final minutes count down on the clock will be something I'll never forget. However, there are so many memories and friendships that will last me far longer than a few games. The people I've been lucky enough to meet along the way make every hardship and struggle worth it. My teammates that I'm lucky enough to call my roommates, best friends, and now fellow alumni. This recognition is truly a testament to the incredible support I've received along the way and to all the people around me. Thank you.
Congratulations, Katie. Next, let's honor McKenna Roberson of Hoosick Falls High School. Academically, McKenna has been a scholar athlete each year since 7th grade. She's been named to the principal's list and honor roll and is a member of the National Honor Society and National Junior Honor Society. Athletically, McKenna competes in basketball, field hockey, and softball. She received the Triple Crown Award at Hoosick Falls for 4 years and was the basketball team's Rookie of the Year award recipient in her freshman year. She was a 2-time basketball MVP and a 2-time first-team All-Star in field hockey. In 2023, she was named to the All-State team in field hockey. McKenna's community service includes volunteering for the EC Fund and working in the Hoosick Falls Waterworks program. She assisted youth in making projects for loved ones for Christmas and helped coach youth programs for basketball and field hockey. She was a volunteer at the Karen McGovern volleyball tournaments and assisted teachers in cleaning classrooms. McKenna volunteered at the HACA Food Pantry and Christmas Wish program. She assisted the town of Hoosick Falls in work for the town and mentored at the town of Hoosick Falls Youth Center. McKenna becomes the first Hoosick Falls High School student athlete selected by CDSWOY since the program began in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, McKenna Roberson.
Throughout my athletic journey, I have had so many ups and even more downs, but nothing compares to these moments right here that I am so grateful and thankful for. To be sharing it with all these amazing student athletes who have dreamt of this moment as well is just as special to me. When I was just a young girl, life was easy and fun, but as I got older, certain circumstances made growing up come a little quicker for me, and although life could feel difficult and overwhelming, it was these circumstances and some special people along the way that helped me to learn the things that I believe are the most important now. Therefore, I would like to take a minute to thank and acknowledge the people that have influenced and impacted my journey and my life the most. First and foremost, I would like to thank my dad, who is by far my biggest fan and has driven miles to allow me to achieve my goals, listened to countless complaints, and has always been there no matter what. I would also like to thank my family and friends for always encouraging me, especially my sister Jaden, my aunts, my best friend Ava and her mom Jenna, my lifelong friends Gwen and Grace and their families, and my boyfriend Connor and his family. Additionally, I would like to send a big thank you to all of my teachers and coaches for their time, their patience, their love and support. Most importantly, my dearest thank you goes out to Coach Lila, Rich and Bran, who have been my second parents since I could correctly shoot a basketball. Lastly, I want to acknowledge the people that touched me the deepest but are no longer with us. Coach Ron Jones, my uncle, and Coach Charlie Whedon, and my most amazing and supportive grandma Hazel. My grandma was my biggest support system and my safest place to go anytime I needed her. I just know she is beaming down on me, so proud of the person I've become and will continue to be. Especially for her, and I know that I would not want to be where I am today without these people. Of all the experience I have had and all the lessons I have learned, these are the few lessons that have had the greatest impact on who I am today. Value. Some people say actions speak louder than words, which I can agree on most of the time, but I learned at a very young age that some words from certain people had more value and a deeper meaning. In the first and second grade, Coach Jones taught me my first lesson of the many I have learned from him. Even at a young age, gym class was my favorite part of the day, and Coach Jones knew it. My favorite activity was the obstacle courses, especially the monkey bars. Being the independent and fearless little girl I felt I already was, I believed I could do everything myself, but I quickly learned that I was wrong. As I approached the monkey bars by myself, even though we always needed a coach to spot us, I did my first flip without him there. I was on top of the world until I heard his loud, booming voice from the other side of the gym telling me to go sit on the side. After I sat there all class, he approached me, and the first thing he said with the most thoughtful voice was, "Do you like sitting out of class?" As I was crying, I shook my head, and he responded with, "I did not think so, so next time you better listen." Instantly, I learned my first real lesson, listen to Coach Jones. But looking back, now I realize he was teaching me an even bigger lesson, how to be respectful, how to be coachable, and how to be responsible for my own actions. This not only pushed me to want to succeed athletically and academically, but showed me the value of coaches, staff, family, and friends that grow connections with you without you even realizing at first, and want you to succeed as well. And I am sure we all have many of these people to thank every single day. Patience. Being a successful athlete did not just happen when I stepped on the field or court. I knew I loved sports and wanted to be the best, but I also knew it took more than just knowing that was where I wanted to be. I remember after several nights of batting practice for softball, running countless miles to be ready for preseason field hockey, and working out at skills and drills for basketball, I was not really seeing the kind of improvements and the results that I wanted, and it was so much easier to complain and be frustrated and sulk, especially when you have tests to study for and homework to be done. Somehow I was able to be patient with the process, and I was able to continue to work hard and push myself. It was only 2 short years ago that I was sitting in my coach's classroom, scared and upset about where I was going in my athletic and educational journey and how I was going to get there. All I remember is my coach and biggest supporter saying, "Your time will come." And for the first time, I will actually tell her, "Bran, you were right." And I am so lucky and grateful to have a person like her in my life. Becoming patient with the process and finally enjoying success gave me the opportunity to reflect on the process and realize that you will never regret working hard and putting in the time. And once your time comes, nothing is better than knowing your hard work and dedication was all worth it. All you have to do is trust the process. Perseverance. I was not always the most elite athlete on the field or smartest person in the classroom, and I wasn't always a winner. But I definitely recognized the qualities I admired and wanted to inherit from the people I was looking up to as a young athlete and person. Growing up, I had to balance a lot of factors in my life to make sure everyone in my family was being taken care of just as much as I was. I didn't just go to school, go to practice, and do my homework. I have a lot of real-life responsibilities at home. On top of school and sports, I work more than one job to help at home. With opportunities and payments always coming around the corner for that field trip or that new camp, we always needed support, and I was lucky enough to have the support of the Carknard Fund to help me stay on my feet. The foundation leader, Kathy Carknard, is one of the most amazing and inspirational women I have met throughout my journey. In my first interaction with her as a young athlete who just wanted to get better, I still remember exactly what she said to me. "I would do everything in my power to support you." And those words have stuck with me until this very day. The feeling of knowing someone is there to help and support you is a feeling I wanted to give others just as much. Community became more than just the people around you. Community became family to me. Although there were obstacles and many hardships to make it where I am today, it has only helped me grow, mature, and evolve into becoming a successful student athlete and an overall better human being. I will always try to remember that everything matters, everyone is important, and giving your best and 110%, no matter the circumstances, will help you accomplish any goal you set yourself for or the person you want to become. Being a student athlete has opened up so many doors for me that has molded me into the person I am today. When there was a person, I found a friend. When there was a challenge, I found a way to defeat it. And when there was a new opportunity, I took advantage of it. And with all of those opportunities given to me and people cheering for me, I was grateful enough to end up here. I fell in love with the feeling of putting my everything into every class, every sport, and every person. Although classes will be hard, some friendships will not work out, and you will fail sometimes, success is right around the corner. I'm honored to be standing here as one of the Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, and congratulations to all of the other athletes as well. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations, McKenna. Next, let's honor Talia Spenzero of Siena College. Academically, Talia graduated magna cum laude with a degree in health sciences at Siena. She earned an Outstanding Academic Athlete Award and received the Distinguished Alpha Kappa Alpha Membership Award, which is the highest award granted to a Siena Honor Society member. Talia was a two-time College Sports Communicators Academic All-District selection. She earned MAC All-Academic and MAC Academic Honor Roll recognition throughout her collegiate career. Athletically, Talia was a 5-time All-MAC diver at Siena. She finished 2nd in 1-meter diving and 4th in 3-meter diving at the 2024 MAC Swimming and Diving Championships. A 6-time MAC Diver of the Week in the 2023-24 season, Talia received 11 weekly MAC honors during her career. She was the 2023 MAC 1-meter diving champion and was the MAC co-diver of the meet at that championship event. She's also a 2-time NCAA Diving Zone regional qualifier. Talia's community service includes her time as a global medical volunteer in Mexico in 2022. Weekdays, she spent 5 hours every morning learning about the disparities in the healthcare system and the struggles of those with lower income. She volunteers at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society and at Albany Medical Center. At Albany Med, Talia provides activities at the Children's Hospital. She's a member of the Red Cross Club at Siena, where she assists in service events, including blood drives, fundraising management, 5K runs, and food drives. She also coaches for the Siena Swim Clinic. Talia becomes the 2nd Siena College student athlete selected by CDSWOY, joining Olivia Lomascolo, who was selected last year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Talia Spenzero.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to express my gratitude to Eric and the Capital District Sportswoman of the Year Committee for starting this amazing program and not only honoring me, but all of these other outstanding student athletes. Balancing sports and academics is no walk in the park, so thank you for recognizing its importance. To say I'm grateful for this award is an understatement. This recognition is not just a personal achievement for me, but a reflection of the hard work, dedication, and time I put into both my diving career and my academics. As I reflect on my path that has led me here, I am grateful for the support that I have been fortunate enough to receive throughout my journey, whether it be my family, friends, teammates, coaches, or peers. To my coaches, thank you for guiding me through the ups and downs of my diving career, for your wisdom about the sport, and for your belief in my potential. You have pushed me to strive beyond my limits, and this award is a testament to all of that. To my teachers and mentors, thank you for bringing about my love for learning and showing me that academic success is just as important as athletic. The lessons I have learned in the classroom have been instrumental in shaping who I have become today. And of course, thank you to my family and friends whose support has been the foundation of my success. You have celebrated my victories with me, comforted me in my losses, and believed in me when I struggled to believe in myself. Your love and encouragement has given me the strength to pursue my passions with confidence and determination. I am so grateful to have you in my life. When I consider what this award means to me, it is a reminder of the importance of both sports and academics and how they teach us so many invaluable life lessons. Diving has taught me about discipline, focus, and pushing yourself beyond your limits. It has also shown me that success is not measured by the number of medals someone has, but by their growth and resilience that comes from overcoming the many challenges that arise when doing a sport, which we all know there are very many. My academics have taught me more than just facts. They have taught me many skills that will extend beyond the classroom and into my future career. In both athletics and academics, there are setbacks and moments of doubt, but with hard work, determination, and the support of those around us, we can overcome these challenges and achieve our goals. This is exactly what I did here. During my collegiate career, not only was I competing in my sport, but I was balancing this with a science-heavy degree, working and engaging in various extracurricular activities on and off campus. This award represents a culmination of my efforts in the pool and in the classroom, and is a symbol of what can be achieved when we embrace our challenges and don't give up. I never thought I would achieve the things I did at a small Division I college with no coach for my first 3 years, but I embraced this challenge and never gave up. Again, I want to express my thanks to the Capital District Sportswoman of the Year program for this incredible honor and congratulate all of the other recipients. While I am no longer diving, this honor inspires me to continue striving for greatness in my academics as I go into graduate school and in my future career as a physician assistant. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Talia. Next, let's honor Amy Stevens of Russell Sage College. Academically, Amy is pursuing her doctorate in physical therapy at Russell Sage. She received her Bachelor of Science degree from Lock Haven University in 2023. Athletically, Amy earned second-team All-American honors from the NFHCA in the 2023 season. She became the program's first All-American and received first-team All-Region honors from the NFHCA. Amy was voted the Empire 8 Conference Player of the Year and earned first-team All-Empire 8 honors. Amy led the Empire 8 in points with 49 and in assists with 20. She established Sage single-season records in both of those categories and set the program record for goals in a game with 4 goals versus Elmira. She also registered 8 points in that contest. On the year, Amy started all 16 games, finished with 9 assists, and recorded 11 multi-point games. She led the Empire 8 with an average of 3.06 points per game and 1.25 goals per game, and both marks ranked 6th in NCAA Division III. Amy participated in numerous Russell Sage College Athletic Department-wide community service events. This includes her volunteer work with Making Strides in Albany, the Breast Cancer Walk, and Adopt a Family. Amy becomes the 3rd Russell Sage College student athlete to be selected by CDSWOY in the organization's 5-year history. She joins Hallie Klosterman and Megan Flynn. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Amy Stevens.
Good evening, everyone. I am deeply honored and humbled to stand before you tonight to accept this award. This moment is a culmination of countless hours of dedication, perseverance, and passion for a sport that has become an integral part of my life. I would like to first say congratulations to all of the honorees that stand here today. To be among these accomplished women who have endless accolades and tremendously decorated athletic and academic careers is an unbelievable privilege. To Eric McDowell, and all who have put in the meticulous time and effort to host this beautiful event, there is no measure of thanks that can be given. This honor and recognition is something that I will never forget, and I am so grateful to have the incredible opportunity to meet with such influential and successful people from around the Capital Region. The generosity of this organization is unmatched, and this is truly a special, once-in-a-lifetime experience. When I first embarked on this journey at Sage, I never imagined it would bring me to this moment and offer me so many wonderful opportunities and commendations. Reflecting on the entirety of my athletic career, I feel deeply nostalgic and grateful for not only the triumphs, but also the challenges. Each practice, game, success, and defeat has not only molded me as an athlete, but also as a person. I owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to the people who have supported me along the way. To my coaches, Coach Ponteri and Coach Kate, who saw potential in me and encouraged me endlessly to always achieve more and strive for greatness. Thank you for your unwavering belief in my abilities. Your guidance, wisdom, and mentorship have been invaluable. Coach Ponteri, I can't imagine how different my life would be if we hadn't gotten into communication and I hadn't been blessed with the opportunity to play under you for Sage. You allowed me to continue to play the sport that I love, as well as pursue a doctoral degree for an occupation and future that I share equal passion for. There truly is no measure of appreciation that I can speak that can really capture my gratitude for the selflessness and genuinity that you've shown me from the moment you became my coach. To my teammates, you have been my second family. The camaraderie we share, the encouragement, and the collective drive to succeed have been the cornerstone of our achievements. This award is as much yours as it is mine, for no athlete succeeds alone. Being a transfer to new college, there are inevitably doubts about the people you meet and where your responsibilities will fall within the team dynamic, but similarly to Coach and the rest of the Sage community, I was so immediately welcomed and trusted. I will forever cherish you all and hold close the memories we created this past and final season of my athletic career. To Mr. Lyons and Erica Lee, I want to express my profound gratitude for the exceptional level of involvement that you both consistently show to every member of Sage Athletics. Your commitment as athletic directors is unparalleled, and I believe I speak for all athletes at Sage when I say how deeply appreciative we are for your presence at every game, regardless of the sport. Your genuine effort to personally know each and every player is truly remarkable. You both have shown me kindness, respect, and generosity in every circumstance, and for that I'm indebted to you. I would also like to thank my mom, dad, and 4 older brothers for their unconditional support and sacrifices. Your love, patience, and encouragement have been my greatest motivation to succeed. I don't know how many athletes are fortunate enough to say that their parents have never missed a game, but I'm beyond thankful and proud to say that with you both, that statement rings true. Despite countless hours of driving across the country for games, tournaments, or practices, there was never a time you weren't there supporting me wholeheartedly, celebrating both my victories and standing by me through my struggles. There are truly no 2 better people to have as role models, and words cannot fully express the depth of love that I share for the both of you. To the fans in the community, your enthusiasm and support have been a source of inspiration. Your cheers have lifted us during games, and your belief in me has fueled my determination and elevated the level of play of both myself and the team. Thank you for being there every step of the way. This award is a direct testament to the power of effort, resilience, and dedication to excellence. Looking forward, I'm excited about the future and the opportunities that lie ahead. This award is not just a recognition of this year's past achievements, but motivation to continue striving for greatness. I'm committed to pushing my boundaries, improving my skills, and contributing to the sport and the future of Sage Field hockey in any way that I can. In closing, I want to express my sincere gratitude once again to everyone who's been a part of this journey. This award is a shared victory, and I'm honored to accept it on behalf of all those who have supported and believed in me. Thank you for this incredible honor.
Thank you and congratulations to Amy. And now as we walk up to the 18th hole, I can't take credit for that, that's all Eric. Eric, credit where credit's due, if you will. Here is our final recipient of the night, Kennedy Swedick of the Albany Academies. Academically, Kennedy graduated as the salutatorian. She carried a 4.24 GPA, scored a 1570 on her SAT, I think that was twice what I got, and a 35 on her ACT, and graduated cum laude. She also received a Harvard Book Award. Athletically, Kennedy won the New York State Women's Amateur Championship as a 15-year-old. This year, she made it to the quarterfinals in the U.S. Women's Amateur 4-Ball Championship in San Antonio, Texas. She won her 3rd straight New York State Girls Golf Championship, shooting an 8 under par for the tournament. She won the NENY PGA section qualifier, shooting an 11 under par for the tournament, and will play in her 5th straight Girls PGA Junior Championship at Congressional Country Club in Bethesda, Maryland. Kennedy was a co-medalist at the U.S. Girls Junior Qualifier and therefore played in her 4th straight U.S. Girls Junior Championship in L.A., where she made it to the round of 32. This month, Kennedy is competing in the AJGA Ralph Lauren Junior Classic at Bethpage Black. She will compete at the University of Virginia, and the team's first tournament in September will be in Japan, just a short flight. Kennedy's community service includes volunteering for the Special Olympics, where she worked with the golfing competitors. She also worked with Camp Ability Saratoga, a sports camp for children and teens who are visually impaired, blind, or deafblind. Finally, for several years, she assisted with the Veterans of the Battle of the Bulge, a World War II association that celebrates and puts on luncheons and programs for the veterans who served, as Kennedy's own great-grandfather was killed in action in that battle. She becomes the first student athlete from the Albany Academies to be selected by CDSWOY. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a 2024 Capital District Sportswoman of the Year, Kennedy Swedick.
Good evening. My name is Kennedy Swedick, and I'm a recent graduate of the Albany Academy for Girls. I'm headed to the University of Virginia this fall to play Division I golf. It is an honor to be standing here representing the Capital District alongside all of these amazing, hardworking scholar athletes. I would like to thank Mr. Eric McDowell and the CDSWOY for selecting me as one of the recipients for this prestigious award. Now, I'm going to college in about a week, and my mom and I were going through some old photos and videos, and we came across some from 2015. I was 8 years old, and I had just started golfing, and I was wearing my Under Armour outfits, my pigtails, and a bright pink golf ball in my hand. We watched videos of me swinging as hard as I can at my drives, blowing putts way by the hole, but all with a smile on my face, having the time of my life with this new sport. Now, even as a kid, I would constantly look to the future, wondering which paths I would take, what my life would look like in just a few years. But in all my dreams, I never imagined how far that little pink ball would take me. When I was in 7th grade, I could compete for my high school, Albany Academy. However, Section 2 was one of the only sections in New York State to not have a girls' golf program yet. And while it was fun to beat up on the boys, I was so happy to hear the news that Section 2 girls golf had been successfully created for my 8th grade season, thanks to the hard work and dedication of some pretty amazing people, Mike Cavada, Eileen Choi, and Dottie Pepper, just to name a few. Sectionals in 2019 had around 50 girls competing to make it into the state championship. My first sectionals, and I was taken aback by the amount of support we received there. There were countless enthusiastic volunteers sporting bright pink Section 2 girls golf shirts, and Dottie Pepper, Hall of Fame professional golfer and my personal role model, came to speak before the round. That was the first time I truly grasped the profound love and support from this Capital District. I competed with my Section 2 girls in our first state championship that June, winning my first state title and helping our section into 4th place. This year was the final state championship for a lot of us Section 2 girls who had competed since the beginning. Leading into states, we found incredible encouragement in the community and in each other. Seeing the amount of passionate volunteers, people coming out to watch and support, and Dottie Pepper coming out again to see her home section truly made me see how incredible this Capital District is. I won my 3rd state title, and Section 2 won our first state championship. For many years, people fought for Section 2 girls golf, and it only took 3 for this section to transform from a group of girls with a dream into an incredibly talented program winning a state championship. We couldn't do any of that without all the support we received, so I wanted to extend some thank yous. Thank you, Miss Eileen Choi, for working so hard to put Section 2 girls golf on the map. Thank you, Dottie Pepper, for your continuous dedication and for being such an incredible role model for all female golfers. Thank you to all my friends for all the putting contests and the 18-hole matches that made competition so fun. Thank you to my athletic directors, Mr. Paul Galucci and Ms. Marathakis, for their support. A special thank you to Coach Besto, who watched me take my very first swing at the Albany Academy Golf Camp. Thank you to my coaches, Anders Matson and Chris Bath, who helped me grow into the golfer and person that I am today. And lastly, thank you to my parents. As I'm headed to college in a week, I've thought about all that you did for me, all the trips that we took, the lessons we went to, the tournaments we prepared for. I could not have asked for a more loving, strong support system. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. I love you guys. Again, it is an honor to be here. Thank you all.
Thank you and congratulations, Kennedy. How about a round of a hand for all of our CDSWOY Award recipients tonight? All right, before we close out tonight with 2 surprise awards, which we'll make quick, we invite Angelina back to the stage for her final performance. Angelina.
All right. I'm sure we're all ready to get home, so we'll make this one quick. But if y'all want to sing a little bit with me on this one, I know you're a sports crowd, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So there's a little part on the chorus. And it goes oh, sorry, my mic went out for a second. And it goes a little something like this. It goes, I say, I don't want to be heavy. And you say, I want to find the light. So your words are, I want to find the light. Can I just hear that really quick? I don't want to be heavy, want to find the light. I don't want to be dark, want to find the light. You got it. It's going to do that 4 times on the chorus, okay? You got it. Let's do it. Let's do the thing. And thank y'all so much for having me. This is probably the weirdest and coolest gig I've ever played, so thank you so much for listening. It means a lot. Stood by my grandfather's bed, tried to remember all the words he said, like how he called me Angeline, and all the places he had seen. And though he didn't have that much to say, I learned to listen as we wiped our tears away. I don't want to be heavy, want to find the light. I don't want to be dark. Yeah, I don't want to feel all these thoughts weighing hard on my mind. I want to know peace, want to find the light. I want to know life. I want to feel love in my heart before I die. 'Cause life's too short for all the tears I've cried. You guys sound good. Oh, I'm loving it. That's great. I watched her weep and hold on to his hand. Her legs so weak she could barely stand. Holding on in a hospital room. Suddenly 84 feels too soon. And watching this real love come to an end. I learned to be patient and don't settle for less. I don't want to be heavy. I don't want to be dark. I don't want to feel all these thoughts weighing hard on my mind. I want to know peace. Yeah, I want to know life. I want to feel love in my heart before I die. 'Cause life's too short for all the tears, and sometimes it comes crashing in so hard that you can't breathe. And sometimes it'll hit you in a way you won't believe. And sometimes it's so far away you can feel the world turn green. But
the flowers bloom and the trees grow leaves, and you're not heavy, wanna find the light, and you're not dark, and you don't feel all those thoughts weighing hard on your mind, and you know peace, and you know life, and you knew love in your heart before you died. Love in your heart before you died. Love in your heart before you died. 'Cause life's too short for all the tears I've cried.
Very nice job, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
Angelina, you're humble, but you're a bad liar. I'm not going to say a liar. Actually, that's mean. We sounded all right. I don't know about good. I think that's generous. Thank you very much, Angelina. Oh, Eric's going to call you up again. That was a show at our show. Beautiful. All right, at this time, 2 final awards to announce in our 5th year of the Capital District Sportswomen of the Year Awards Gala, and these will be surprises to our 2 student athletes here tonight, as well as for their families, their friends, and everyone else here who we can all be collectively so proud, right? We now present the 2024 Capital District Grand Collegiate Sportswoman of the Year Award to Katie Pascal. Yeah, you gotta come back down. Yeah, walk the red carpet. Again. And we don't ask you to speak again because that would be torture, so we won't ask you to do it again. All right, and one more. We now present the 2024 Capital District Grand Scholastic Sportswoman of the Year Award to, I can do it again, Ariana Dingley of Lansingburg. All right, both of you will need to join Eric outside the photo area upon our conclusion here, which is momentarily. Yeah, take a picture, smile nice. Stay there. And we want to remind all of our honorees to join us outside. Quick family photos. Don't forget to bring your award with you. And now we ask all of our recipients to join Katie and Ariana up here in the front. Come on down for a quick picture. Congratulations to all of our honorees. Standing ovation for all of you. Great job, ladies. Thank you and good night.
Not yet. When you have extraordinary women with this event, you've got to find an extraordinary woman to host it. And I hit pay dirt. We've known each other a long time. And you see the passion, and I can't thank her enough again. Please give a great round of applause for our MC, Ashley Miller. We have a tradition unlike any other, and it's a standing ovation for our stars. Thank you.